what better way can you win a tournament? I mean, the win here would mean you got £500,000 tax-free in your pocket. That's really what everyone is here for, you know. Not the trophies, is it? It's the 500,000 everyone wants. Let's get it right, you know.
Well, there is Mark Williams there, and he has now just confirmed his third frame against Jimmy Robertson, a man who himself has had a brilliant tournament, 49 in the world. But just actually a word, Steve, for Jimmy Robertson, because actually before we came on air, you said something really cool about him.
Yeah, you know, he's played Mark Williams a lot of times throughout his career. He's never actually beaten Mark Williams until their last meeting last season in the 2023 European Masters. He came through that match in a deciding frame, won the decider by a single point. So he's kind of broken that duck of never being able to beat a legend, but 3-0 down in this match already. I thought it might have gone closer, but it looks like Mark Williams is just showing his class at the minute.
He's got this habit of just managing to do just enough against Stuart Bingham. I spoke to Stuart afterwards. Stuart just said he felt like he gave it to him. It was 2-2 at the mid-session interval against him. He said it could have been 4-0, but Mark getting across the line.
Yeah, he's got an innate way of winning matches when he's not playing his best. He's just a wonderful match player. And when he's not firing on all cylinders, the long balls aren't going in, he just finds a way to win, just to get through. Same against Tepchoya, 5-4. Same against Bingham. You know, he just got through. He said he played the worst he's ever played and won a match against Tepchoya. I don't know how Tepchoya feels after that. Wouldn't have felt very good, I tell you. But he just has an innate ability just to keep getting through. And he sort of comes to the fore towards the latter end of the tournament. We've seen it so many times over the years from Mark Williams.
We're still only 3 frames down, but he is definitely the heavy favourite to go through to the semi-finals. So let's remind ourselves of who have done just that. The beautiful nature of this tournament means that when it comes to the last 16, all the players played on the same day. The quarterfinals, exactly the same story. So in terms of Mark Williams, that's the man he's currently playing, and were he to better him, then we will see him go through to the semi-finals. Just a word for Mark Williams' temperament, by the way, Steve, because this is a guy who, when you see him walk around here, unlike, say, Murphy, big chest out, Mark Williams, you wouldn't know he's playing. He somehow manages to turn it on just walking through the doors.
He just floats around the arena. Yeah. You don't even notice him, as you say. He just kind of drifts about in his own little world. But, you know, that's the persona he gives off, and he very much plays that way as well. When you see him around the table, unflappable is probably the word to use, you know. He tries to almost convince himself that nothing bothers him, and this sort of carefree approach. He does care. Let's be honest, you know, he does care about snooker, but he convinces himself he doesn't, and in those big moments, you know, that can help him under pressure.
I wonder if it's not so much that he doesn't care, it's that it doesn't affect him off the table.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, he's one of those very few individuals that you wouldn't know when he came off the table whether he won or lost, you know. Definitely not with me, because I'd be laughing my head off if I won, you know, and crying if I lost, you know what I mean. But you'd hear me before you'd see me. But with Mark Williams, you would not have a clue, would you? You know what I mean? He's exactly the same.
And he is class. And just a shout out to his son, by the way. His son has joined the military. Unfortunately, has injured himself. He's having a procedure very, very soon. So big shout out to Junior Williams. Although if his son is anything like his dad, then he won't be bothered either way. But as for us here, we are very much enjoying the snooker. It is 3 quarterfinals today. 2 men have booked their places in the semi-finals, and who will join them? We are very much looking forward to seeing the culmination of that match there. Ronnie O'Sullivan, Si Jiahui, 2 apiece. And in just a few moments' time, they'll get back on the base.
Fine. Six. Seven. 11. Jimmy Robertson, 11. One. Seventeen. Sorry, 7. Eight.
Welcome back to Riyadh, where it has been Chigwell versus China, and they cannot be separated by a single frame. So how will there be a twist in this potential plot? So let's hand back to our commentary team of Stephen Hallworth and Phil Yates.
From here, no guarantees, no certainties. But I tell you what, I think the one thing that is pretty sure, we're in for a lot of entertainment. Another thing, Stephen Hallworth, I'm sure you'll agree, it's pretty important
Thank you, frame 5.
for
Ronnie
Si
O'Sullivan to
Xiaowei to get this frame under his belt.
Yes, absolutely. It's very important. Every frame here on out is... Just get the impression that take away the frames that either player may win convincingly. It's going to be about those mistakes if they do come along from either. Can the other player punish them for them, like we saw in that third frame from Ronnie O'Sullivan? It's got all the makings of a very tight encounter, this match. And that could very well be the difference, those tight frames.
What a strange reaction that was.
Well, it sounded awfully heavy. I'd like to see that again. Si Xiaowei straight away having the cue ball cleaned.
Mark Williams, 28.
Sounded like an eruption.
You can tell the kick either by visuals or the audio, and that was both. A clunking noise. Following the O'Sullivan blueprint by going left-handed.
And he struck it too well. But he never envisioned that he would get that much in it. Played into a big area there. He's overscrewed that by some distance.